quality utilization of electrical energy, that is illumination, which subject you have already completed in your physics classes. Just related subjects, the illumination. What is illumination? Illumination. You have completed already that topic on your physics class in the previous semester, and illumination is as a light related light related. It is known as illumination, known as the light source is reflected. When a light source is reflected on a surface body and the quantity of area it covers, that is known as illumination. In case this is the example of, this is a light source. In case this is the light source and this is the scattered area. The light source capacity, the scattered area, and the area is covered by the light source, and the light source, these are the reflector. Reflector is covered the surface, and this is known as, it is the illumination, it is the illumination, and it is the illumination. So that illumination is defined as when the light source is covered a surface area is known as illumination. First of all, we know that what is light. Light, what do you mean by light? Light. Do you know about light? It is, light is a radiant energy. It is a radiant energy. The light is a radiant energy which occurs from a hot body and placed down on a surface which is fully visible for a human body is known as light. What do you mean by light? Light is a radiant energy which is visible, which is fall down a surface and visible for the human eye is known as light. So the illumination is related, so the light is fully related on illumination. What illumination is known as when the light energy or the radiant energy fall down on a surface and this is visible for a human eye, and the surface area covered by the illumination is known as the definition of illumination. Clear? After that, flux. From that light source we can get the flux. Flux. What do you mean by flux? Flux is defined as the radiation of light. In case of, in an example, this is a source of light. This is a torch. This is a source of light, and the scattered radiation, is reflected on that surface. And the scattered radiation is reflected on that surface. On the top area is mentioned A1 and the down area is mentioned the A2. Is it clear? After that, the radiation of the light source is fall down on the surface. Okay? And the radiation, the quantity of radiation is known as flux. Clear? The quantity of radiation is known as flux, which is mentioned in the letter of F, which is measured by F, or the unit is lumen. And the unit is lumen. Clear? After that, we can discuss. After that, we will discuss on solid angle. What do you mean by solid angle? Solid angle. defined as solid angle. Angle, what do you mean by angle? Angle is that the shape of that, yes or no? The shape of that something, the light source, when the light source is reflect on a surface and the angle. In case of solid angle, what do you mean by solid angle? Solid angle, from a light source, the area covered from a light source, the area of cover in between the angle created is known as solid angle. Again, I am discussing on solid angle. Angle is measured, the symbol. Angle is measured by the symbol. Yes or no? Then the solid angle means the solid angle is calculated on the illumination process. How? When a light source, again I am saying by that virtual diagram, this is the light source. Okay, this is the light source, and the scattered radiation is reflect on that way, on that way, on that way, on that way, on that way. Yes or no? Exactly. Then it is fully complete a cyclic circle. Yes. Then we can get some angles. We can get from that radiation to that radiation. We can get a angle. Yes. We can get that type of angle, that type of angle, that type of angle, and that type of angle. Is it clear? After that, we can get the angle when we are getting from that angle from the light source is known as solid angle. Is it clear? Which is denoted by omega. Which is denoted by omega, and the omega is calculated by the formula of area divided by radius whole square. Is it clear? Why that formula is calculated by omega is equal to area by radius? Why? I am going to be explained. Okay. Omega equal to, we know that the solid angle is measured by the omega. Yes or no? And the formula, how we can get the formula? Area by radius square. How we can get the formula? Area by radius. In this case, I am going to understand you on the virtual figure system, and it is a point of light source, and the radiation of one angle and the second angle, it is covered by a half radius. Yes or no? Yes or no? When this is the half cover. Okay. So area of radius. Why area? Area is measured for what is the area the radiation is covered in this area. Okay. Why we are going to why we are taking its area? Now the total area is covered. How? What is the quantity of area it's covered? Okay. Then the radius. Why radius we are checking? Why? When a middle light source is covered a area, so the radius square is mean that what is the quantity of area it is covered. What is the quantity of radius it is covered. Is it clear? So solid angle we can get by the formula. We can denote it by omega, and the formula is area by radius square. In this case, we can solve a problem. In this case, we can solve a problem. We know that omega equal to A by R Is it clear? Is it clear? Then after that, the question is the radius is 2r. So we can get how? Now in this case we can put the formula and get the answer. So omega equal to a by r square. So this is the solid angle formula. After that we are going to discuss on luminous intensity. What? The luminous intensity. Luminous intensity. What do you mean by luminous intensity? Luminous intensity is defined as the intensity of the light energy and how much quantity it covers for the light source and the quality of the light. We can use 9 power bulb. Just example, we can use 9 watt bulb and power LED, and we can use 12 watt power LED, and the radiation is increased. Which is the increased radiation? Obviously 12 watt by what? So this is the example. This is a 9 watt bulb and this is a 12 watt bulb. Okay. And the radiation of 9 watt bulb and the radiation of 12 watt bulb is so much different. Why? The radiation area cover, it is the from that it is the less than radiant, and this is the highly radiant of light source. Okay. So the intensity, luminous intensity is defined as luminous intensity, the quantity of radiation. The quantity of radiation is covered by a area is known as the intensity, the luminous intensity, which is measured in I. What? Which is measured in I. So I equal to F by omega and F equal to flux and the omega equal to, we are getting from that previous source, omega equal to solid angle. Is it clear? So again I am going to discuss luminous intensity. Luminous intensity is known as the intensity of that light source is covered by the surface area, and surface area per unit is known as luminous intensity, which is mentioned in I, and the formula equal to F by omega. F equal to the total flux and the omega equal to, we are getting from the previous source, which is solid angle. Is it clear? Then the light source depends some technique, which are 3 types of technique. The light sources depend for them, just like the light sources depend for its radiation, and it depends how to its cover, how to its object, how to its calculated, that type of source. So the researcher developed some 3 types of technique, just like MSCP. What? MSCP. What do you mean by MSCP? MSCP is mention of mean spherical candle power. Okay, mean spherical candle power. The mean spherical candle power is defined as it is the average of mean spherical candle power is defined as it is the average of the all candle power in the direction of the surface area. It mean spherical candle power is the average candle power of radiant energy on a surface area. Okay, mean spherical candle power is defined as the mean spherical candle power. It is the average candle power of radiant energy on a surface area is known as mean spherical candle power. I am going to discussing on by that example candle power. What is candle power? The quantity of radiation on a surface area is calculated of candle power. Clear? So mean spherical candle power is defined as the candle power, and this is the place of spherical space. Yes or no? It is spherical space. Yes or no? Okay. So spherical space is calculated on a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. We are going to calculate on two numbers of spherical area. We can calculate three number of spherical area. We can calculate 4 number of spherical area. Is it clear? So the quantity of light, it is mean that the quantity of light is calculated on 4 area. The quantity of light is calculated in 3 numbers of area. The calculated time in 2 numbers of area. Is it clear? On that is known as MSCP. Then we can next formula is MHSCP. MHSCP. What is MHSCP? MHSCP is defined as the hemispherical candle power. Same formula, and this is the partition of the formula. Okay. And this is the MHSCP. It is the hemispherical. The MSCP. In MSCP we can calculate the total spherical area, and the MHSCP we can calculate the hemispherical area. This formula is related to each other. Okay. Then another formula is that MHCP. What? MHCP. MHCP. What do you mean by MHCP? MHCP is defined as the mean horizontal candle power. Mean horizontal candle power. In that formula, we can calculate, but the other thing is that it is calculated per second area or the per second area, then the MHCP, the mean horizontal candle power, is the average candle power of radiant energy on a surface area per second calculated is known as, it is the horizontal line and it is the vertical. This is the horizontal and this is the vertical axis. Okay, this is the horizontal axis and this is the vertical axis. When a light source is putting on that middle point, the scattered radiant is scattered from that source. Is it yes or no? Yes. After that we can get the horizontal surface. It is the horizontal surface and we can calculate the total area, the total candle power, the total the total radiant energy, the total emitted energy of the source. Yes or no? And by this formula, MHCP formula, we can calculate the horizontal axis of that plane and the horizontal axis from the candle power, the lighting source. Is it clear? Then after that we can discuss, we are going to discussing on an interesting thing, which is the law of illumination. Everything is possible for, everything is depends on every law, just like Ohm's law states that, just like Faraday's law states that, just like Fleming's law states that, etc., etc. So this is the illumination is depends of some laws. Okay. Laws of illumination. So the illumination process, so the light radiant process, it depends on two types of law. Two types of law, that is, first one is inverse square law. First one is what? No, inverse square law. And the second one is discussing on next class. Okay. So the inverse square law. Inverse square law is what is inverse square law and why it is eligible and why it is applicable for that illumination process. Okay. So the inverse square law states that the light source, the object is inversely proportional to the distance of the light is inversely proportional to the radius of the object. Okay, so I am going to discuss on that by that diagram, and you can easily understood that. Okay. So inverse square law, in inverse square law we can, it is the light source. Okay, and we can put one object in front of the light source. Clear? Then this is mentioned by A1 and the light source is mentioned by S. Okay, another object is stand from the, and this is mentioned A2. Okay, the reflection or the radiation is when the first source, the quantity of radiant, the quantity of light source is gradually decreased from that to that. Okay. From that to that. So it is the radius, the distance is from that source, the distance is r. Clear? Then from that source to that source, the distance is 2r. Obviously increase from that source to that source, from the light source to that source, and from light source to another source is inversely proportional. So the quantity on that source is inversely proportional to that plate, but that equipment. Is it clear? So it is gradually decrease. Gradually what? Decrease. So in the inverse square law, in the inverse square law, are you understand on that topic? Then in the inverse square law, the total flux, in the inverse square law, the total flux I equal to what? Calculate, we know that area by radius. Okay, we know that area by radius. So area by radius whole square, we know that. Okay, so depending on that formula, we can get from that source to the light source, the radiant, the steradian, what is the quantity of steradian from that source to that source, we can easily find out. Okay, so in that formula, area radius, in that formula, from that object, from light source to that object, we can get I equal to, when I am calculating E1, illumination 1, okay, just mind it, when I am going to calculate E1, illumination 1, this is the quantity of illumination and this is the first one illumination 1, and this is the illumination 2. Is it clear? So when I am going to calculate illumination 1, we can put up by the formula area by radius square. So I equal to A1 divided by R square, steradian. Understood? This is the so we can write E1 equal to I into A1 divided by R2, A1 divided by R2 into 1 by R2 into 1 by A1. This is the formula. Okay. Again I am saying, when I am going to calculate the illumination 1, where is the illumination 1? From that light source to the first object. Is it clear? What is the quantity of source is known as illumination. So I am going to calculate the E1. So by that formula we can get I equal to A1 by R2. When we are going to the formula area by radius square. After that we can write E1 equal to I into A1 by R2 into 1 by A1. So A1 0. So we can write I by R square. Okay. In second case, in the second object, we can write E2 equal to E2 equal to, from that E2 equal to I into A2 by R2. Okay, from where? From that sources, from area by radius. Okay, steradian. Okay, so we can write E2 equal to I into A2 by R2 into what? 1 into A2. Here A2 0. So we can write I by R2. 2 R2. This is the 2 R2. Okay. We can write this is 2 R2. We can get 2 R2. In case this is the second case and this is the first case. When we are going to attach to each other, we can write E1 is to E2. When we are going to calculate E1 is to E2, we can write easily what? I by R square is to I by 2R square. So this is proved. The inverse square law proved that type of function. So that first object of the illumination is inversely proportional to the second object from that source. Is it clear? And this is proved. Okay. And the second law is we are going to discuss, and we will discuss on that next class. Okay, till then